Hi, my name is Kimberly Klein, and today we are recording our first Wine with a Purpose interview. Wine with a Purpose is my and my mom slash business partner's way of giving back to the community through the donation of 10% of our commissions through our wine sales. And the purpose of these interviews is to learn a little bit about the amazing work that the organization we have chosen for the month is doing in our community and get to know a little bit about the people behind them. So today I have with me Carolyn Opps, who is one of the co-founders of Partners in Parenting. So excited to have you with me today, Carolyn. Thank you for joining.
Thanks for the invitation. I'm honored.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about Partners in Parenting.
So my friend Krista Miller and I started Partners in Parenting in 2014, 2 years after we had our first children. And Krista and I had met in a birthing class and went through kind of the whole process together and kept in touch afterwards. And we actually started a group, a support group for ourselves for after we had our first babies. And we are still connected today and see each other and communicate often. And we had just decided that there really wasn't anything in Austin that helped to create support for new parents. And becoming a new parent is really a unique time in our lives when you go from thinking only about yourself or your immediate family to having this person to care for. And so it's a huge transition, or it can be a huge transition. And so we really felt like it would be great for the Austin community to have a system in place to help them find their village, to help them through that transition. And so our groups were meeting in person for 10 weeks with a trained facilitator. Now they're meeting virtually for the time being. And during that time, they talk through all the different topics of being a new parent and really get to know each other in the hopes that after the group is over, that they continue to meet and continue to be a part of each other's lives. So that's Partners in Parenting.
That is awesome. When I was looking at the Partners in Parenting website and reading through your co-founder's story, you so beautifully took me back to every single emotion that I felt as a new parent. And you forget those times, but I said, oh yeah, the tears, oh, the joy, oh, the needing people and help. I can't do all this on my own. So it sounds like a really neat way to provide that for people.
Absolutely. I think everybody just wants to know if they're going through struggles, even just highs or lows, that they're not alone. They're doing it with others. It's really helpful. So that's what we hope to provide.
Especially during this time when people don't have the support of their family, sometimes that normally would come in and whatnot.
Absolutely. I think I'm grateful that I'm not having to go through it right now, because I feel like it's a scary time on its own, but to be traversing a new terrain without being able to see your family and having your close contacts there makes it even harder. So knowing that you can connect with other people virtually who are going through the exact same thing at the exact same time with babies under 4 months, it really can be helpful, and just letting you know that you're not alone. Everybody's going through it with you. So
how do you find a group? How do you join?
You can go to our website at pipaustin.org, pipaustin.org. And we have groups all over the city. It used to be neighborhood-based groups. So we would really pair people who were close to each other geographically. Right now, because it's virtual, it's anyone. I mean, you can be paired with anyone. And so it's kind of opening the city up a little bit when it comes to that, which is an interesting thing to look at. So if you go there, you can join a group there, but you can also ask questions. Our staff is wonderful and super dedicated and there to answer any questions you might have. So,
well, thanks for providing such an awesome resource.
Thank you.
One of the things that applies to us all, regardless of where we are in our parenting journey, is making sure that we keep our partnership strong with our spouse. And one of the things that I have gathered through talking with you in the past, it seems like you and your husband Ben are super intentional about prioritizing that in your relationship. And I thought that it would be really fun to share, because I know I was inspired by it, one of the ways that you use to celebrate your marriage and your anniversaries and how you celebrate them.
Sure. Yeah, so we started, as any newlywed couple starts, with a lot of enthusiasm around being really intentional about our anniversary. We were happy to be married and together, and so we really wanted to celebrate, and we still do. But after having children, it's a little bit harder. We started, so the tradition that we started is based on the gifts, the traditional gifts, paper and wood, and steel is one of them, and wool. I mean, we're not gift people though, so I don't know what Ben could have gotten me that was wool that I would have appreciated. So instead we decided to, in the beginning, take trips that were kind of associated with the gift. So the first year is paper, and this was a little random, but we went to Ruidoso, New Mexico, which has a ton of trees, and we stayed in a log cabin, and we tried to do everything kind of around wood. And then one year was leather. We went to a ranch in Texas where they had longhorn cattle, and that was our leather connection. And but then, you know, kids came, and it made it a little harder to get away. And so when Maisie was a baby, we happened to be visiting family in Montana, and it was a wood year. And so she stayed with the in-laws while Ben and I took a hike through the forest. And that was our getaway that year. And it was simple, but we hadn't really been able to do it because she was only 5 months old. And it felt really great to just have it be the two of us. And since then, we've been able to do some other fun things, but always with help. having parents watch our children is always helpful, but often that doesn't happen. Our anniversary is in August. We're often back in Austin in August, and so lately we had a Tin was 10, and so we went to go see The Wizard of Oz at a local theater, and we got a picture with the Tin Man. That was our connection there. So anyway, every year is a different theme, and we just try to do something fun to connect to whatever the theme is for that year.
Well, thanks so much for sharing that with us. I know you inspired my husband Bill and I to be a lot more intentional about creating memorable celebrations about our journey together, versus just heading out to dinner and having no idea where you went 3 years ago. So I think it's a super cute idea. I love that you guys do that.
Well, thanks. You usually do the same for us. You are our tradition maker as far as we're concerned. So we emulate you as well.
There's the village at work, right?
Right. Exactly.
All right. Well, so people should just head to your website if they not only want to find a partners in parenting group for themselves or a friend who might be having first or even second children soon,
Yes.
but also as well if they would like to donate to your cause. Is that accurate?
Yes. hipaustin.org. Yes, and we do have second time around groups for parents who are having multiple children. And we also have community-based groups where we can help with diapers and wipes and things like that for people in need. So yeah, please check us out. And thanks, Kimberly, for letting me talk about PIP. It's always fun for me to share.
Absolutely. So tell me what you drink in there.
So this is an almost empty bottle of the Resident Zinfandel, which we have thoroughly enjoyed. Yeah. And how about you? That looks delicious.
I'm drinking the Comte de la Terre Chenin Blanc, which is a big seller, but for anybody interested, I'll post the info about the wine in the comments. So, but thank you again. Cheers to you, to Partners in Parenting and their growth ahead.
Cheers, Kimberly. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.